OMG, have you seen Britney lately? This is crazy, but I need to ask the question for all of us. What is going on with her teeth? And so I'm just giving you a warning now. It's like once you see it, you can never unsee it. I mean, Britney has been through some crazy stuff. Remember when she shaved her head? Or what about her bizarre Instagram post? So yeah, Britney has done some pretty strange things, but has she gone too far this time?
It's bad. I'm sad.
Britney used to have perfect teeth, but now her teeth have almost all fallen out, and the real truth about why they look so bad is seriously scary.
I still feel bad for her. You know, I mean, it's hard.
But to really understand how shocking it is, we need to go back to when Britney was just a kid, because that's when the problems with her teeth started. See, Britney grew up feeling insecure about her teeth, and for good reason. Kids would tease her about her crooked teeth. So how insecure was she about her teeth? Well, enough that she started a lifelong habit of always taking great care of her teeth. Britney supposedly had braces from the age of 9 until 14, and she was always very careful to wear her retainer to keep her teeth from shifting. She did everything she could to make her smile look as perfect as possible. And you know what? Her consistency and dedication definitely paid off, because her smile became amazing. When Britney performed, you could see her teeth were straight and pearly white. She'd show off her flawless smile whenever she appeared at public events, until something strange started happening and things literally started to fall apart for her. See, it became pretty obvious that at some point she got veneers. I didn't know what veneers were, but it turns out that they're a little crazy. What dentists do is shave down your real teeth and then literally install fake teeth over each of your teeth. And it's a permanent thing, which means that your new teeth are permanently perfect for life, or at least they're supposed to be. Because over the last several years, if you look really closely, Britney's teeth have incredibly noticeable gaps. Gaps aren't that big of a thing, right? Well, in Britney's case, they are. Some of the gaps have gotten so big and her teeth have shifted so much, and it made the shape of her entire smile change. And it's definitely not the smile we all knew and loved. But what makes this even more shocking, it seems that some of her teeth might have actually decayed, and not like just a little cavity. No, it seems that at some point, some of them may have completely rotted and fell out. And here's the weird thing, even if she never got dental implants, even if she never maintained great dental hygiene for years, it still wouldn't have caused so many insane changes, especially tooth loss. But one conspiracy about her teeth explains all of this, and it's honestly crazy. One of the theories about Britney's extreme dental transformation has to do with a seriously dangerous habit.
I can't tell you that.
Top secret?
You gotta respect the
See, some people believe that Britney has been struggling with illegal substance use, one that I'm sure you've heard of. The side effects of using this substance are pretty scary, but why do people think Britney is using it? To start, the substance is already very well known to ruin a person's teeth. The chemicals in the substance eat away at your teeth's natural layer of protection called enamel, which leads to some truly unsettling results. See, without protective enamel, bacteria actually rots your teeth. But this isn't the only substance that may be a problem for Britney. Some think that she could be using other substances that destroys teeth. A substance that causes hyperactivity and your heart rate to skyrocket, which usually leads to teeth grinding, jaw clenching, and worst of all, can cause your teeth to chip, crack, shift in different directions, or even fall out. Now take a close look at Britney's teeth. They were definitely straight at one time, but not anymore. See, they've shifted so much that one of her front teeth is noticeably crooked. The gaps seem to grow larger all the time, to an extreme point where none of her top teeth actually appear to be touching anymore. But that's not all. Britney's alleged substance use also explains her history of strange behavior.
I was mortified for her.
And if you start connecting the dots, may actually be even bigger problem than anyone expects. One that even her family members are very concerned about, especially after you read what some of them recently confessed to the Daily Mail. I mean, it was absolutely unreal. Kevin Federline, Britney's ex-husband and the father of her teenage sons, shared that he was worried about her. He wished that Britney's team would finally take her substance use seriously, especially after his concerns sounded so startling. Kevin said that he doesn't want precedent in jail Jaden to lose their mom, especially to substance abuse. But the messed up thing is that she supposedly hasn't been the safest person for them to be around. Allegedly, Britney's sons refused to visit their own mother, but for a good reason. Apparently, she went ballistic on them for speaking to the media last year, but more shocking is that they feel nervous to be at her house because they've actually seen illegal substances being delivered there in the past, and that this is just the tip of the iceberg. See, the Daily Mail has been gathering information from all kinds of sources, including Kevin, Preston, and Jaden, along with Britney's brother and parents, talking to all kinds of people close to Britney for a long time. For nearly a year, they've interviewed people for a new documentary about Britney, and it's hard not to believe what they reportedly told the Daily Mail, that Britney's bad habit has been going on for years, which may sound shocking, but when you go back and look at her history, a lot of the evidence was right there before our very eyes. Take, for example, the 2007 custody hearing, where the judge allegedly said that Britney was a long-term habitual substance user, and not just of one kind of substance, but many different kinds of substances. Now, this history is even more troubling when you see who Britney was spotted with recently. Britney was photographed hanging out with Paul Richard Soules, her ex-housekeeper, and once you know a little bit more about Paul, things start to maybe become a bit more clear. See, Paul has a long criminal record, one that goes back 20 years, and can you guess what one of those charges is? Yup, illegal substance use. Interestingly, right after Britney and Paul were seen together, something strange happened. A source close to Britney released a very telling update that was picked up by TMZ. It seems that Britney hired 2 new staff members to join her team, which isn't a big deal until you see what one of them was hired to do. One of the new staff is a medical professional that has a very particular job: to make sure Britney takes her prescribed meds and remains as healthy as possible, which seems a bit strange, no? To hire a full-time medical professional as part of your team? While it's great that she'll have medical support and assistance, doesn't it seem almost too coincidental with all the rumors about her substance use? Hopefully, Britney isn't truly using substances, but the timing is a little odd. But could there be another explanation for her dental changes? I did some digging and I found something pretty bizarre. In 2021, Britney made a surprising revelation during a concert hearing to end her conservatorship. Instead of her regular meds, she had been forced to take a heavy medication to stabilize her mood, and she said the new prescription had seriously disturbing side effects. In fact, it can limit a person's mental abilities over time, and Britney said she felt completely out of it on the medication. But an even stranger side effect, and one that we've already talked about, is the medication causes extreme dryness of the mouth, which can cause teeth to break and quickly decay. So what this means has some pretty scary implications. It means that Britney's conservatorship might be another reason why her teeth changed so much over time, because they were trying to drug her and reduce her mental capacity to make decisions. Dr. Kevin Sands is a cosmetic dentist from California, and he's worked with many famous patients over the years, including Britney. I snooped around and found some intriguing stuff on Dr. Sands' website, information that could explain at least part of Britney's smile transformation. Apparently, there's a procedure called dental bonding, which can sometimes resemble veneers if it's properly maintained, but it can kind of go a bit sideways sometimes, with some mind-blowing results, especially if a patient doesn't follow up with touch-up treatments. See, dental bonding applies a special resin to a tooth. The resin is used to repair decayed, chipped, or discolored teeth, as well as change their shape. The end result of the procedure is flawless, but not always. After 5 to 10 years, dental bonding can actually fall out and leave imperfections and bigger gaps. So during her court hearing, Britney said she was forced to stay inside her house, since her father Jamie basically had total control over her. Maybe because her teeth got so bad, because she wasn't able to go to the dentist when she needed to. If that's true, then she wouldn't have been able to get her dental bonding fixed or replaced. Over the years, the conspiracies about Britney's teeth might sound crazy, but it definitely seems a little bit weird how quickly her once perfect teeth deteriorated. Britney's conservatorship ended in 2021, so she is no longer under anyone's control. Not to mention, she has millions of dollars to her name. Obviously, choosing to get her teeth fixed is ultimately up to her. After years of having her freedom taken away from, she doesn't have to have any cosmetic work done at all. But it's kind of hard not to wonder why her gap brook and chipped teeth haven't been repaired. In fact, they only seem to be getting worse over time. She reportedly used to take such good care of her smile because her previous flaws made her insecure. So what's really going on now? Is Britney using substances that cause her teeth to rot or break or shift? That theory seems to make a crazy amount of sense, right? If that were the case, dental repairs probably wouldn't be on the list of her top priorities. But again, that's just a conspiracy theory. We don't know if it's actually true. Either way, especially when compared to when she was regularly in the spotlight, there are noticeable differences in Britney's teeth now. But now that we've talked about what could have caused some extreme changes, I'm curious to know your thoughts. What do you think is behind Britney's bizarre dental changes over the years? What do you think about some of the conspiracies surrounding her teeth transformation? Let me know in the comments below.